Hey there, good morning. For me, anyway. Thanks for tuning to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Hey, just want to talk about a couple things. I went to go vote yesterday. So, as I recall, in last election, we didn't have early voting. We just had the day you're supposed to vote, you voted. I don't remember them having 10 days or 20 days they could vote ahead of time before voting. Yeah, they had ballots, but it wasn't that big a deal. So this to me seems like a Mandela effect, that now for 20 days we're talking about ballots, and now they're handing in ballots, and it's going to take them days and days and days after the election to count ballots. So this sounds kind of weird to me. Just thought I'd mention it in passing. Just went on Once Upon a Timeline, and I'm giving them credit and giving that lady credit. She does a great job. And a couple of weird Mandela effects were now these giant lily pads. I saw them getting larger, but now people are going to be able to sit on them, she thinks, and cows are eating snakes and birds. Really weird. And the other thing that with cows were people were actually riding cows like they're horses. So that's kind of weird. I just thought I'd mention that, go back to the original thing about the C virus, about how all this seems to be, originally I mentioned way back, and I veered away from it because of 5G. It seems kind of suspect with all this kind of frequencies that we know goes on and everything else. We don't know what, no real comprehensive study's been done with 5G. But when I went to go vote yesterday, there were these two water towers, and on top of the water towers, guess what they put? These Gwen towers. They had them on top of the water towers. The local municipality for the town that supplies all the surrounding areas gets the water from these towers, and right on top of the tower, on the water tower, is a Gwen tower, is the 5G tower on top. So they try to hide it unobtrusively, but there it is. So as we know with Dr. Emoto, who did the study with the water, water is definitely changed by energetically, and it changes its shape. And when he actually took the water and he froze it, it looks different. Well, now they're irradiating all the water with 5G, which totally freaked me out. I'm like, that sucks. So I feel bad for everybody in the town drinking 5G water. Did you know that was a thing? Well, I'm telling you that, they're radiating the water with these frequencies, and they don't even know basically that they're doing it. Maybe they do. I don't think so. So, watch out for that. And I was thinking about it, and this is a spiritual scientist channel, so I just say sometimes, this is for, let me say, it's an entertainment value. So, take whatever I say with a grain of salt, and I am known to switch back and change my theories all the time on everything. But I was thinking about it. I was like, in 2019, what happened in China? They burnt down all the churches basically, and they imprisoned all the Catholics and all the priests, and they put them in re-education centers. How disgusting is that, right? And then we got the C virus hit them. So, and then plagues of locusts as well as plagues. And then earthquakes and all these other things. So I was thinking about it. I was like, gee, maybe they're somehow related. And now we have these wildfires in California, and we legalizing gay marriage. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying that, but it seems to me like, these kind of things are happening, for a reason. And people, one of my other friends was noting that the states that legalize pot had wildfires, but that's not true. Other states have legalized pot, and there's no wildfires there. So what I'm saying is, it seems to be kind of these things are correlated because, like I said in a meme, if you're thinking that you're in a simulation, okay, well, don't you think they'd finish the simulation and put God in the simulation and angels and demons and everything else? Do you think in the afterlife and hell and everything? Don't you think they would do that? Do you think they would do it halfway? So people are thinking, oh, this is simulation, nothing's real. Well, if nothing's real, then everything can be real. But I'm not saying it's a simulation. I'm actually not that big a proponent of simulation theory for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is that we would not be able to tell for a number of reasons. And one of them would be no one would notice Mandela effects, and things of that nature. So anyway, thought I'd talk about that a little bit. Very strange stuff. The other things is that about doing distance healing. I've been a healer for a long time, and I remember back in 2010, 2011, I was mentioning to people about the Ascension and Ascension illness. And a lot of things that now people are saying is for the C virus is Ascension related. So a lot of times with Ascension illness, because you're upgrading your energetic frequencies, you would have bouts of fog, be sometimes hard to breathe. And as we know with the Mandela effect, we had the lungs were upgraded and changed, and the kidneys changed. Somebody mentioned that the other day. Hey, did you know the kidneys changed? Well, for me, that's a real old one. For a lot of you as well. But what I'm saying is that for a lot of people that are shifting, if you're shifting positively, then a lot of these things happen and they go away. With a negative shift, if you're holding on to these frequencies, these lower frequencies, you're going to have a harder shift. I was listening to someone that had a and I'll get a lot of flack for this. They were shifting. They had the C virus, they were noted, and then they were homosexual as well, and they had a really hard time with it. And finally, there's no problems. But what I'm saying is, if you're on a left-hand path versus a right-hand path, you're going to have, issues, I believe. Just wanted to say that, and again, I know I'll take a lot of flack for that. But I've been doing alleviating Ascension symptoms for people for 10 years, and a lot of this seems Ascension related, and a lot of this has to do with frequencies and what people think of as frequencies. They don't understand frequencies, number one. Anyway, I gotta go. Like, subscribe, share. I'll talk to you later. I'm sure you could say something to me in the comments about all this. All right, bye.